Hi guys, Crowlister here with another Namco arcade long play. In this video, I will be playing Burning Force, which is a game Namco made in 1989. The original arcade cabinet was Japan only. I think this game might have been localized outside of Japan on the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive. This is the original arcade version, played on the Switch from Arcade Archives. This is an action game about a student patrol kind of captain named Hiromi that's on a test to graduate as a space ace, basically. She rides on this hover bike that you steer from left and right and accelerate or decelerate and blast enemies as they come. Warning, you're about to see a flashing screen. Yeah, the screen flashes if you lose a stock, keep in mind. Alright, so you hold the up direction to accelerate and left and right to steer, and you shoot blaster bullets to destroy targets. There are various power-ups that can change your type of blaster and bombs, or missiles in the game, which you have a limited supply of. Hold the down direction to decelerate. This is useful for dodging enemy attacks. At the end of every day in the game, you fight a boss. Destroy the boss to progress to the next stage. I really like the music in this game. This game's got pretty good music. There are also jump pads that can spring into the air to grab certain power-ups or dodge obstacles, some of which have rings that go after them. Like this. I got power missiles in that game. The end of every area was what I meant to say, not the end of every day. The third area of every day has Hiromi dock in the, the big ship, where she learns about the upcoming boss and what its weak point is. And then she docks into this jet, which you can move up and down as well. Collisions with enemies and obstacles will bounce your vehicle back without actually wrecking you or costing you a life. And there's no limit to how many hits like that you can take before you lose the stock. At least not in the arcade version. There might be in the Sega Genesis version. Bullets and missiles will destroy your ship. If you lose a stock, Hiromi will fly into the air and land onto another ship that'll spontaneously come onto her if you have an extra stock. So this game uses an instant respawn for losing stocks, making it a bit fair. You also have continue options and the ability to start on any of the later stages if you turn that option on. Then, after you destroy the boss, you have a challenging stage where you steer your ship around to grab bonus items. Increasing point bonuses for perfect scores as you progress in the later stages. Unfortunately, I messed this one up. These can make it hard to focus. If you hear a kind of alarm sound and see the red squares at the top of the screen flash, it means an enemy is coming from behind. Use missiles wisely. You have a limited supply of it. You can replenish it by picking up a missile power-up in some stages. There are power missiles and homing missiles. The counter that you see in the lower right corner of the screen gets you bonus points if you finish a stage quick enough. If that runs out, there is no spurt of any kind. You just lose a bonus at the end of the stage. Screw that up. This boss is just a little bit tricky. Memorizing the movement patterns of the bosses obviously helps make them easier. In the stages where you're in the jet, you cannot accelerate or decelerate, so you're going at this momentum no matter what in these kinds of stages. A bit unnerving. I still managed a perfect, though. You get a 10,000 point bonus if you get a perfect in the first challenging stage, then the value increases by 10,000 with all the later challenging stages. There are obstacles that can shoot projectiles out of their sides in this day, so you gotta be extra careful moving around them. In one playthrough of this game that I did before I record this video, I discovered a secret along the lines of this stage, I think it was, where a certain jump pad, if you moved in just the right angle while going off of it, you can warp into an alternate world in this game where the later stages are more difficult. I did that once on accident in one of my fun playthroughs of this game. Of course, I didn't do that in this video. The balls that you see from that machine do wreck you instead of bash you, so be careful around them. Decelerating helps avoid enemy bullets, like I said. Then there's a core we gotta destroy. There. There are 3 balls rotating around this boss. You have to shoot them. Occasionally, bosses can get too close to the screen so you can't reach them, or go off the sides of the screen in such a way that your shots can't reach them. So some bosses can be annoying. I lost control for some reason. And I botched that challenging stage even worse. The enemies in this stage shoot a lot more aggressively. And in this stage, there are also flying enemies that will drop napalms onto the stage. Like you'll see up ahead. Just get directly out of the range of being directly in front of them, and you can dodge them. You also have to dodge trains, which is, this one, you gotta wait for an opening or for it to go all the way through, and that can be tough. In the alternate world, you have various vehicles instead of trains, and they do shoot you, I'm pretty sure. The balls that this boss shot will wreck you, so you have to be careful around them. In this stage, it can be hard to tell jump pads from enemy spawning pads. Gotta shoot this boss as soon as he teleports, and get out of the way as soon as he lowers himself. Dang it, you're warping where I can't reach you. There we go. So, here we go. Stay at the very top of the screen to avoid the napalms. Then shoot the cannons once they open. This boss alternates cannons with the bullet shots, and be careful on which side to start with. Also be careful about damaging one more than the other, cause if you destroy one and have the other to go, it'll shoot at you aggressively. Also, if you spam fire on a boss while not hitting it in the weak point, the sound that it makes can be pretty obnoxious. Spiral reaction. There, I got a perfect on that challenging stage. Lots of aggressive firing up here. So many collisions. This boss is extremely hard. You really have to play smart on this one. These blue ship enemies are indestructible until they open their wings to shoot their weapon. The support ship gave me a wave laser. Gave me a wide laser, so sacrificing power for range. Then I get the super laser, sacrificing range for power. Got that one quickly, making up for how difficult the previous boss is. This is not an easy stage by any means. This boss is also pretty hard. Despite that, I managed to first attempt him in this recording. Awesome. The Fed challenging stage is the only one that I can never, on command, get it perfect. Because it's actually very hard to dodge the ring orbs, like right here. And if you go through them incorrectly, they force you to miss. So, yeah. Final day. Let's go. In the final day, you're in the jet to begin with, and you're up in space. I'd say homing missiles might be better on the boss. You got a whole battleship of a planetoid for the final boss. only the weapon that is currently active on this boss is vulnerable. You have to start with the gun on the right side. Then you gotta shoot the little green rocket launchers. Then you gotta shoot the blaster on the left side. Then the other blaster in the upper right side. Then you shoot the 3 red cores that shoot lasers. It's going so off screen that I can't reach. And finally, these little dragon-like creatures that shoot fire. Try to balance the amount of damage you inflict on all 3 of them. And with that ends the game. You're then given this epilogue where Hiromi is certified as an official member of this space force that she was auditioning for. If you beat the game in the alternate world, she gets a tiara instead of a beret. Then she hops into this spacecraft and takes off. Did you see the little red star that appears to the side of the end after that one last star goes by? Now we have staff credits. So with that ends the playthrough of Burning Force. Very cool arcade game by Namco, I must say. I like this one. Alright, so, I still have some more Namco Arcade coming up, so stay tuned for that, and subscribe if you want. And I'll be sure to bring those and long plays of some other games as well as that, if you like games like Mega Man or Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, for example. Till then, I am Crowlister, the Master of Ponage. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next upload. Bye.